Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today I'm going to show you some awkward shots in pool and different ways to get out of them. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So we have this shot right here. We're on our 9-ball. 9-ball, if you're playing 9-ball, it's the last ball in the game, so it is a very important shot if you want to make it. And so in this position right here, we cannot necessarily bank it because it'll double kiss. The cue ball and the object ball, the 9-ball, will hit each other twice, making it impossible to bank the shot. Also, the cut is very, very difficult, and you can scratch in the side. So this situation right here is really one of the worst you could be in. Different way to get out of it, besides the way I'm going to show you, would be to bank it in the other corner. That could work, although it is very, very difficult. It could work. If this ball is not frozen, if it's not completely touching the rail, another thing that could work, although it is very touchy, is just rolling it up to the rail, and that's why I said it's very touchy, because if you leave that shot, you most definitely lost. So the shot I'm going to show you, it's a little bit difficult at first, but once you find the point, it should be pretty easy. So we're going to hit our cue ball into this point. And I'm not going to try to make it right now, but watch what happens to the cue ball when it hits that point. You see how it comes backwards? Now we're actually going to manipulate that to where it comes backwards into the line of the 9-ball. So it's going to come backwards into the 9 to make the 9-ball down in this corner pocket. Now it's going to look tough, and it's going to look insanely difficult, but it really isn't. You just have to hit it a few times, but it definitely, in my opinion, is easier than the cut or the bank. And if it's frozen, there really is no way to play safe. I guess you could try to bank that ball up to the end rail and leave the cue ball down table and just leave your opponent a tough shot. But if you want to go for it, this could be a way that you can go for it if you get this down, and here it is. So this one could be a one-pocket shot. Mostly one pocket is what this would be used in. Alex Pagulayan likes to use this shot a lot. There's two different ways to do it. I've already covered one of them in a video like this, so I'm not going to spend too long on that one. But this one is coming back towards the other corner. I know you can't see it on the camera. But hitting the 9-ball into the cue ball and having the 9-ball deflect off into this back corner is the shot most people would think of. But I'm actually going to shoot this one to where the 9-ball deflects off the cue ball and goes into this corner. So we're going to play this shot with a little bit of follow. And we want the 9-ball to hit off this right side of the cue ball. So it's going to look like that. The 9-ball is going to kind of twist into the pocket. You don't want, if you hit it soft, you're not going to make it. And the closer you are towards the pocket like this, the better chances you're going to make it. It is a tough shot. Again, I said this is one pocket. If you're playing a regular game of 9-ball, do not shoot this shot. Just try to bank it into the other corner. But this is a one-pocket shot. Top spin on your cue ball. We just barely want to cut that 9-ball, if at all. Sometimes you can hit it full and it'll just spin the 9-ball in. It's a real weird spin on the 9-ball. But we want to kind of throw it into that pocket. It's a tough shot. I'm not going to lie, this is a last resort shot. It's not even a 50-50 shot. It's more like a 90-10. I mean 10-90. 10% chance you make it, 90% chance you miss it. But it's a fun one when it comes out, and it can be very helpful, and you never know when you're going to need a shot like this. And here it is. This one is another one-pocket style shot, or it can be used in a game of 9-ball. Shane Van Boning has used it in a game of 9-ball. So this shot right here, this is a Carom shot. So in one pocket, let's say we have this left corner pocket over here. Right corner pocket on the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to bank the 9 off of this rail to where we contact the 4, sending the 9 into this corner. Now this actually comes up a lot in one pocket just because this situation happens. And if you play position for a shot like this, if there's nothing else, or if you just screw up position, try to get on this side but end up over here, this is a shot you could do. Or if you have ball in hand, not ball in hand, but behind the kitchen, and this is what you have to do. So the main thing about this shot is finding the point on the rail and finding the point of deflection off of this 4-ball that's going to lead you into that pocket. Again, this is another tough shot, but you should be able to develop a feel for this one pretty quick. It's just hitting it. You want to stop your cue ball, and obviously you do not want to make that ball, although it may be in the direct line of the shot, because that would be your opponent's pocket, and you wouldn't want to make that shot and give them an extra point, unless your ball goes in. If your ball goes in and you have position, then you're fine. But this shot right here, find the point on the rail that leads to the point off of the 4-ball that heads into that pocket. Usually a 1-pocket shot. Shane Van Boning has shot it where he had the 1-ball, the 8-ball, and the 9-ball was hanging in the pocket, and he shot the 1 into the rail off the 8 and played the billiard on the 9. You can look that up on YouTube. It's a really, really cool video. It's fun to watch. I also have a video of me shooting it on the channel if you want to watch my top Shane Van Boning shots recreated. But here's the shot. So this shot is when you have to kick 2 rails at a ball, and you're not really sure where to call it. So if you're playing BCA rules 8-ball, you have to call your shot, call your pocket. If you're playing 10-ball, you got to call your pocket. So this shot right here, kicking 2 rails, comes up pretty much every game if you have to play safety in some point. If it's not a break and run, a 2-rail kick could come up very easily. And usually on this shot, the ball will always head towards the side pocket. Now, even if you don't make it, it's always going to head towards it. So if you have to call a shot and you're kicking 2 rails, always call the side. Now, it could go in the corner, although it's a lot harder for it to. And you always want to try to catch it on that side. You always want to try to send it towards here, because if you send it towards there, if your cue ball is coming off 2 rails, you send it towards that side. Your cue ball is coming back behind the 3, and you're leaving separation between the cue ball and that 9-ball. And this especially works if you're playing 10-ball. If you're playing 8-ball, this doesn't really matter. Just try to swing at the ball and make it. But if you're playing 10-ball and you have to go rotation, I know this layout makes no sense if you have to go rotation. But if you have to go rotation, you always want to hit on that thin side of the ball, sending it towards that rail, hopefully freezing it to that head rail, and your cue ball coming back towards the end rail. So this shot, always call the side pocket if you have to call. If you're planning on hitting it real thin, you can try to call the corner. Although that's a tougher shot to make, and you can't really fluke that shot in. So let's move on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the like button down below. If you want to be notified when I post a new video, you can click the subscribe button, then the bell icon right next to it. That'll just send you an email and a notification saying that I've uploaded a new video. Thank you guys so much for 58,000 subscribers. That is a great mark, and I hope to hit 100,000 subscribers real soon. So share the channel with your friends, share the channel with the person you beat last, or share the channel with the person you lost to last. Help them get better. Tell them to share the channel too. I don't care. So make sure you leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.